So I can start? Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Ekaterina Yurochkina. And the topic of today's discussion is going to be the history of Russian ballet from its origin to the present day. And today is going to be very interesting discussion. First, I will explain you who I am. I'll introduce myself. Then quickly we'll run through history of ballet in Russia. Then I will talk about the famous Vaganova school. I will say a couple of words about Agrippina Vaganova, who she is. So you all probably heard this name. Then I will touch upon how the training at the best Vaganova ballet school looks like, how the audition looks like, how many students are accepted, what the education look like there. So I will talk about this. Then we'll talk about the Bolshoi Theater. I'll tell you the price of tickets, and I'll tell you about the renovation that took place in 2011. So we'll talk about the Bolshoi. It's going to be very interesting. Then I'll tell you why Russian ballet dancers look so different from all other dancers. We'll talk about why they are such outstanding dancers. And we will finish with 4 pieces. I chose 4 pieces for you, danced by Plisetskaya and also by Svetlana Zakharova and Natalia Osipova. So we will see, based on these 4 pieces, we will see the development of ballet technique, because not only cars and telephones are developed, but ballet techniques develops itself as well. So we will finish with these 4 pieces. So let's begin. And first I want to talk about myself. So that's me. My name is Ekaterina Yurochkina, and I'm Russian. I was born in Russia, and I'm the owner and creator of Ballet and Stretching School in Moscow, Russia. And I'm also the creator and the founder of Fitness Ballet Online. I started my training at age of 8 in Siberia in Russia. Before that, I've been taking serious gymnastic classes. And then I moved to Moscow. I continued training in Moscow, and then I moved to USA, to New York, and I've been training there at Dance Conservatory of New York for 5 years with Valentina Kozlova. She was a principal dancer at New York City Ballet Theater. For many years, she was the principal dancer. So I've been studying there for 5 years. And then after my return to Russia, I decided to open my own school. And I've been managing and teaching at my school up until March 2020, when the coronavirus took place. And I had to transfer all my classes from offline to online. And as of today, I teach and manage my school online. So I teach in both languages, in English and Russian. And mostly of my students are adults who want to become more fit, more flexible, more graceful. So all classes right now is on Zoom or on Skype. We have group and we have private classes. So that's basically about myself. And I will come back to presentation. So that's me. Here's my site, here's my Instagram account, and let's continue. And I'll tell you quickly about the history of ballet. Because we have very limited time, we have only 45 minutes, I'll just touch upon the main parts. So ballet came to Russia from France. It's originated in Italy, then it came to France, and from France it came to Russia. The Peter the Great, during the Baroque time, brought ballet into Russia, and it was in early 17th century, but at that time it wasn't really popular at all. But then in 18th century, wealthy Russian tsars developed an interest for ballet, and they started to invest a lot of money into foreign talents. They brought amazing dancers and teachers from France. And at that time, ballet starts to become more and more popular. And it was popular among aristocrats, because aristocrats at the beginning, they perform in ballet themselves earlier, but then they stopped performing. So, and as in Western Europe, the most popular form of entertainment was opera. At that time, the most popular form of entertainment was ballet in Russia. And in 19th century, Russians start to introduce more elements, Russian elements and Russian folk dance into ballet. And it made a unique contribution into the development of ballet with this introducing of Russian elements. And then, of course, Marius Petipa, you probably all heard this name. He's an amazing dancer, choreographer, and a teacher. He was born in 1818 in France. And he was such a dominant figure. He done such a tremendous work. First of all, he was the first ballet master in St. Petersburg Imperial Theater. He was #1 teacher there, and he stayed in this position for 32 years. He created over 50 ballets, such as Don Quixote, La Baidere, Sleeping Beauty, Nutcracker, Raimonda, and many, many others. He not only created, but he also revived many substantial number of works created by other choreographers, such as Le Corsaire, Giselle, Swan Lake, Capella, and many, many others. So under the Petipa, the St. Petersburg Imperial Ballet, now it's called Kirov, became the best in the world. Petipa died at the age of 92, and he died in Crimea. So after the collapse of Soviet Union, ballet companies had to manage on their own before they were being supported by state. But after the collapse of Soviet Union, they had to find their own way of supporting themselves. So that's about the history of ballet in Russia. Now I want to go ahead and talk about the famous Vaganova school. The Vaganova school is considered #1 school, ballet school in the world. That's the best. That's amazing school. So it's located in the center of St. Petersburg, Russia. It was established in 1738, and it took name as the Imperial Theatrical School. The name of this school changed a couple of times. It used to be Leningrad State Choreographic School, and then now it's called the Vaganova School. So it changed name a couple of times. Jean-Baptiste, a French master of ballet, was the first director. And in the first year of enrollment, they took only 12 girls and 12 boys. As of today, they take 60 students as a comparison of today. So this school has a long history of producing top-notch ballet dancers. You probably all heard about Mikhail Fokin, Tamara Krasavina, Vaslav Nijinsky, Olga Spitsivtseva, Galina Ulanova, Natalia Dudinskaya, Rudolf Nuриев, Mikhail Baryshnikov, Svetlana Zakharova, Diana Vishneva, Uliana Lopatkina. All of them and many, many others, amazing top dancers, were studying at the school. So let's go ahead. So who is Agrippina Vaganova? So Agrippina Vaganova was a good dancer. And then once she is retired, she decided to teach and choreograph. She was born in 1879, and why is she so famous? Because she was an amazing teacher. She created her own unique, outstanding way of teaching. As of today, many schools, many teachers using her technique of teaching. It's really amazing. It considered the most classical, the most beautiful, the most outstanding. And this method that she created has influenced ballet pedagogy throughout the world. So she also wrote book. I read this book. She wrote this book in 1934. It's called Basic Principle of Classical Ballet, which outlines the idea on ballet technique and pedagogy, and is still regarded as the standard of ballet instructions. Yeah, as of today, I know I've been reading it many times, and I know many teachers and many ballet students that still apply this and read this book. It's still amazing, and still many people use it. So that's about the Agrippina Vaganova. Now, let's talk about very interesting topic, how the training at Vaganova looks like. So first of all, the academy has over 300 students. The competition is very fierce. It's very difficult to get accepted. You have to be absolutely talented and beautiful and have amazing abilities, and you have to be strong to get accepted. Every year, 3,000 students trying to get accepted there, and only 3,000 trying, and only 300 students are from St. Petersburg, and other students are from all over the world. They approximately take 60 students every year, and only 25 eventually graduating. They evaluate students every year. And children has to be at least 10 years old to audition. And the audition is very difficult. It has like 3 stages. First, they check your aptitude to assess proportions, height of jump, degree of turnout, and general appearance. You have to have very lean, beautiful body with long hands, long legs, amazing turnout. Your face has to be beautiful because they consider you to be on a stage, so you have to look good. So they pay a lot of attention to your appearance and your body type and everything. Then they will check your physicality. They want to make sure that you have the right bone structure and the right fit, so that you will endure very strong training, many hours training every day. So they want to make sure that you have the correct and right and healthy bone structure. So they might check your heart. They will definitely check your vision. You have to look good because you're on a stage, and some stages are huge. So they have to make sure that you see well, because if you wear leans, someone can hit you by accident, and then that's all, you cannot dance. So they want to make sure that you have a good vision, you have good feet. They will check your feet very carefully. They will check your back, they will check your posture, they even can check your heart. So after this is completed, the last stage, they will see whether you're they will assess musicality, rhythm, coordination, and artistic talent. So once you get accepted into this school, you will study not only classical dance, but also you will study French language, piano lesson, you will take classical historical character dance, pas de deux, when they dance with a partner, and mime. Mime is the important part. And at the end of the 8th year of training, all students will dance in a gala graduation at the Mariinsky Theater, and most successful students will be offered a contract at Mariinsky Ballet Company if they are lucky. So the school employs approximately 75 teachers, 30 piano teachers, 40 academic teachers, and 40 accompanists. The rector right now of the academy is Nikolai Tsitskaridze, amazing dancer, amazing. His body is just, oh my God, was amazing dancer. So that's enough about the Vaganova School and training at Vaganova School. Let's talk a little bit about the Bolshoi theater. You probably all heard about the Bolshoi. When people talk about Russia, they right away think about the ballet and the Bolshoi theater. It's really amazing. It's huge. It's so beautiful. It's a real landmark, not only of theatrical Moscow, but also of Russia as a whole. It is located in the heart of Moscow, very close to Kremlin. And you can see both opera and ballet in this theater. So they made the renovation. There was like 6 years of renovation. They renovated everything. They spent huge amount of money, like $660 million were putting into the reconstruction. And so it's the biggest theater. There are 200 dancers dancing at this theater, and it's considered one of the most beautiful theaters in Europe today. So the history of the Bolshoi theater is closely associated with dozens of names that left a deep mark on world culture. You all probably heard about Yuri Grigorovich, Vladimir Vasilyev, Maya Plisetskaya, and you're gonna see the performance of Maya Plisetskaya today. Galina Ulanova, Ekaterina Maximova, Marie Sliepa, Galina Vishnevskaya, Zurab Satkilava, and many other stars. So there are 3 main stages in Bolshoi. I'm going to show you. That's the historic stage. If you want to see the ballet performance, choose this stage because that's the most beautiful and the biggest one. But if you want to see the performance, make sure that you buy tickets at least 2-3 months up front, because it's always sold out. It's very difficult to get tickets. They're always sold out. And the price of tickets is huge. It can cost like at least 400 euros per ticket. And you need to make sure that you will sit somewhere not on a side, because if you will sit on the side, you cannot really see well. So you want to really get good places. And in parterre, it's going to cost like probably thousands of euro. Well, it depends on the performance, but you have to consider 2 things: that tickets are very expensive. They're not only expensive, it's very hard to get. So you will really need to prepare for. So if you plan to go to Russia, buy ticket like probably 3 months in advance, and it's better to buy from theater box or from official site. Don't buy from different companies. It's better to buy specifically from Bolshoi website. So that's a historic stage, the huge, the most beautiful, the most amazing. But there are 2 more other stages. There's new stage, also very beautiful, but a little bit smaller, and Beethoven Hall. So 3 stages. So I told you about the purchasing ticket. Also, there's a guided tours, including in English language. So the visitors can explore local museums, walk around the halls, and if you will be lucky, you can even attend a rehearsal. And that's amazing to see rehearsal. And it's so funny sometimes how the choreographers yell at the dancers. So if you're lucky, you can do that, but it's a rare thing. It's very hard to get inside for the rehearsal. So that's about the Bolshoi theater. Let me see the time. We have plenty of time. And now, very interesting topic is why Russian ballet dancers look so different from others, and they really do. And I came up with the 3 reasons why. First of all, while in different school, they pay a lot of attention, like for example, in America, they pay a lot of attention to technique and fit. In Russian school and teachers, they pay a lot attention on port de bras, the carriage of arms, shoulders, and head. Not only arms and upper body, but also feet and technique as well. But they pay a lot of attention to port de bras. So that's why we look so different. And another thing that I came up with is that when the Russian dancers are about to go into the period, they do a big squatty preparation. They do the knee plie very deep. And when they hit the pose, they often hold it so that you will have time to admire them. And they don't mind taking bows in the middle of their performance. And the third reason why I think the Russian dancers so different is they see acting as part of their job. They say that we are not only doing like technical things, but we dance with the soul. They try to show emotions, and so it's not only techniques, it's about dancing with the soul. So all these three things that I mentioned make Russian ballet dancers so different. Okay, and now the most interesting part. Now we will talk about the development of ballet technique. As I told you, not only cars and telephones can develop very rapidly, but like a ballet technique as well as sport can develop rapidly as well. And you will see it right now. So we're gonna see 4 pieces. First piece is gonna be danced by Maya Plisetskaya, very famous Russian dancer. She danced up until, I think, 80 years old. So this performance is from 1975. So it's almost 50 years ago. And she's gonna perform Carmen, suit by George Bizet, Rodion Shchedrin. And after that, you will see right away exactly the same part will be danced by Svetlana Zakharova, very famous nowadays ballet dancer. And she danced exactly the same part in 2019. So you will see how the techniques and performance change. Okay, let me try to open the YouTube link. One second. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so that was Maya Plisetskaya performed in 1975, and now let's see amazing Svetlana Zakharova dancing exactly the same parts. Okay, so you probably notice, first of all, how the body difference, right? I've been watching an interview with Maya Plisetskaya, and she said that if I would audition nowadays, they would never take me because I don't have a good turnout. My legs are not too high. I would never pass the audition. So that's what Maya Plisetskaya was saying. So you see how the body type change, yeah? Like you could see at Maya Plisetskaya, her feet are not enough turnout, not so high, and she's not as skinny as Zakharova. So you see how the development of technique changed the body and everything. Nowadays, the ballet dancers, they're very lean. They will have to have a good turnout, good feet, high legs, and you could see how the first performance differs from the second performance. And two more pieces that I want to show you. One second, this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's begin. So that was Maya Plisetskaya performing. So that was Maya Plisetskaya performing in 1957, and we're gonna see 1 second, and we're gonna see the last performance. And you're gonna see the last performance danced by Natalia Osipova, and it's a Black Swan solo. She danced in 2018. Okay. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, 1 second. It's gonna work now. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you could see the huge difference, right? It was like 60 years difference. And when Maya Plesitskaya just did one pirouette, Osipova did triple pirouettes. So when Maya Plesitskaya raised her leg like 90 degrees or a little bit higher, Osipova raised her leg 180 degrees. So you see how the technique changed, and it's amazing. So that's basically it that I wanted to tell you and to show you. So, and let's see, what time is it? It's 38 minutes. So we have 7 minutes left, and let's see the question. Thank you for the presentation. It is really interesting and beyond beautiful. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, girls. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. It's really interesting and beyond beautiful. Okay. Do you think the beauty physics standards will ever be relaxed, changed to include more dancer? Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for the presentation. Very informative. Well, no, I don't think so, because it's like, as I told you, it's like a car. They always work on a new model. They trying to improve the techniques. Like, let's say if before like two pirouettes considered to be a lot, now they try to do 4, 5, 6. So it would never start. It would never stop. It will become more like a sport, and they will try to do more and more pirouettes. Legs will be more higher. And nowadays, I consider ballet dancer as a sportsman, as a sportswoman. So it's what they do nowadays. It's unbelievable. What would you tell little girls that want to be ballerinas? I would tell that it's a lot of work. You have to love it. If you just like it, it's not enough. You just have to like love it. You have to dream about this. It has to be your life, because the training is very difficult, and it's every day. Even if you will skip one day of training, you will feel it right away the next day. Just one training. Imagine if you didn't train like for 2 days. So it's everyday training, and it's really hard. So you have to say that if you really want to do it, and you're very passionate about this, you can try, but the competition is huge, and you can always try, but it's a hard work. Amazing and fantastic. It's amazing how the technique has improved. Yes, that's true. Let me see other questions. Well, basically that's it. Thank you so much for participating on my presentation. Thank you for all your questions, and I welcome you to Russia to attend all these amazing performances in Bolshoi Theater, and also in Mariinsky Theater. So, and I want to tell you that if you go to St. Petersburg, the tickets there are much cheaper, and you could much easier to get. Спасибо, Sergey. You can get tickets much easier there, and they're more available, and they're not so costly in St. Petersburg Mariinsky Theater as in Bolshoi. In Bolshoi, the prices is like, I remember one day I was invited to Bolshoi Theater by my friend. He paid like, he didn't pay much. He paid like 200 euros per ticket. But we had such a places that we couldn't see anything, and we just left because the place was not so good, but he still paid like 200 euros per ticket, but we couldn't stand it because you cannot see anything. Even if you will stand up, you cannot see anything. So if you decide to buy tickets, make sure you buy good, make sure you choose the good place, good seats, and it's worth it. So I welcome you to Russia. Once you're in Russia, you now know where to go, either to Bolshoi or Mariinsky Theater, and choose the historical stage at the Bolshoi, because there are 3 other stages. So choose the main one and enjoy the performance. So thank you so much. Thank you for participating. And hopefully I'll see you again. So that's all.